What's up, you guys? My name is Katie Trent, and it seems that you have stumbled upon the last ever update to this blog. So the past 8 weeks, I have spent my time learning how to play the alto trombone, and it's been an incredible journey. There was lots of times that I was so excited about this project. There were lots of times I was so frustrated with this project. I feel like I learned so much about so many different aspects of trombone and music and life. And, you know, at the very beginning of this project, Dr. Nolan told us that we needed to use this project selfishly. And I spent a lot of time going, what the heck does that even mean? I kind of don't understand. And, you know, now at the end of it, I feel like I accomplished that in some way because I got an alto trombone for Christmas. I had no idea how to play it. And I used this project as an excuse to learn repertoire for it, to ask my sis to teach me how to play it, and to really devote my practice time to something that I really cared about. And so I think at the end of this project, I feel some amount of success having gone from not being able to play any notes on the alto trombone without great deals of thought to I can actually play a solo now on an alto. So that's been a really cool journey for me, and thank you all for tagging along as we went along. This video is going to be a reflection. You're going to get to hear me play Johann Albrechtsberger's Alto Trombone Concerto, and you're also going to get to see some bloopers, so it should be a fun last update. So we're going to start out by talking about where I was 8 weeks ago. The alto trombone's pitched in the key of E flat instead of B flat, and so every position you've learned on the tenor trombone suddenly becomes irrelevant because they don't work. And if you try to play a D natural in first position like it is on the tenor, it's just not gonna work. And we can go back to one of my previous videos to check that out. Basically, on a tenor trombone, when you go to play a D flat in second position, a D flat comes out no problem. But if you try and play a D flat in second position on the alto, a D natural is gonna come out and it's gonna really mess with your head. Yeah, so, I mean, that was one of the things I had to start off learning right away was these positions and how to play the alto with learning this new completely different language of sorts. We started out playing scales, so here's a throwback to my first week playing an A major scale. That was such a challenge in those first couple weeks. I would sit in our practice room just playing A scale, B flat scale, B major scale, and just going on up through all the keys, making sure that I knew before, without having to think about it, where all the positions were. And then once I had a handle down on that, not only did I have to learn that, but I also then had to work on learning the alto clef and reading a different clef while playing the alto. And one thing that I realized that I was going to struggle with that was it's like learning a new language, and some of that bled over into my tenor playing. Especially so this week we've been working on Berlioz's Symphonie Fantastique for the trombone studio mock audition, and I was trying to play it, and it's written in alto clef, but it's for tenor trombone, and I realized that I couldn't do it because I kept trying to play alto positions. And so, you know, even though I've come so far in this process, it's still going to be a challenge, and it's still going to be something I have to work on in the future, is how to keep them separated in my mind so I don't do that. So once I had, you know, the fundamentals, the positions, and the reading the alto clef down, what I really found out was that this project was really fast. I felt like I went from doing fundamentals to, oh god, this week I have to record the Brahms in no time flat. And so that was a little bit of an interesting experience for me. Was, okay, I got 4 weeks to learn 4 excerpts, and kind of had to work on dividing my time. What was I going to do? How was I going to practice these? And then also learning with how am I going to record them? Should I have done this maybe with a section instead of recording them all by myself? There was a lot of things to learn with how was I going to approach this project and how I was going to approach learning these excerpts. And you know, sometimes I fell a little flat on practicing the non-alto parts, especially in the Kyrie, but you know, it was a fun and interesting experience getting to record these 4 excerpts and especially look at them from this specific point of view. And so let's just take a real quick listen to my rendition of Schumann 3. just about, you know, me and life and music itself, I really enjoyed this project. I actually bought a tripod this week because I was getting really into filming, and now I've realized I should have done this at the very beginning of the project because it would have made it way easier to do all of the things I wanted to do. And like, I got really into editing, and I learned how to use iMovie, which I'd never even touched before this project, and I learned how to do some creative editing. So we're gonna go ahead and real quick watch some bloopers, and a little bit talk about how I used some creative editing in making these videos. Okay. Hey you guys, what's up? My name is Katie Trent, and for those of you that were here last week, you know, and those of you who for you guys this week, playing with a recording because it makes so much more sense. The trombone part fits so much better for you guys this week, playing with a recording because it makes so much more sense. The trombone part fits so much better. Yeah, so some of those were not my best moments, but thanks to like what I learned from making these videos, making my blog updates, and how to use iMovie, I can kind of fix them and lead my video to be what I wanted it to be, as opposed to something with errors and something that didn't necessarily represent the quality of project I wanted to do. And so that was a fun and interesting experience for me. I wrote all of my own scripts. I spent a lot of time editing and compiling files of like all three trombone parts on one stack for the excerpts, and this project was just so interesting to me that I got to do all of these different facets of this one thing, and I really feel like that's what having a career in music is like, maybe you're a trombonist, but if you can do all of these other things too, you're gonna be a lot more successful in your career than you are gonna be if you have no idea what to do except for just, I can play excerpts really good. And so I think that was a really cool wake-up call for me, that maybe you can have a career in music that's not directly just, I play the trombone all day, every day, and maybe that's an okay thing to do. So I guess that pretty much wraps it up. I hope you guys enjoy my rendition of Johann Albrechtsberger's Concerto for Alto Trombone, and thank you all so much for being involved with this project. So thank you all so much for being involved with this project. I thank you, Dr. Nolan, for encouraging me to do this. Thank you to my mom for reading these updates every week. And also a huge thank you to my producer, my videographer, and my best friend in the world. I couldn't have done this without you. Thank you so much, Rhiannon. hopefully I'll see you guys in the future. Maybe I'll do another blog about learning the jazz trombone. Who knows? If you'd like to see that, let me know in an email, and stay in touch, and thank you guys so much.